and other African countries, my brother. The military coups in Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, and Sudan, and Niger, and all Francophone, and other Francophone countries like Gabon also, to a large number of African peoples indicate that France is gradually losing grips of its former colonial countries in Africa. So what is here that people are not understanding? Because my brother, if I tell you, I live near France, the time that Niger says we are not going to export uranium to the West anymore, the time they stop, just 1 week, my brother, France lose light in their house, in their rooms, in their companies. They lose light energy. Why? Because we are giving them light energy, but today, the light energy that Western peoples are taking their light energy from the country in Africa, that country have no light. Niger have no light. If you go to Niger, no light, no company, no factories. Niger citizens are suffering. But what Niger is given, I can tell you that 25% of the European development is from Niger. 25%. If you check, another 20% is from Nigeria. Because Nigeria is the research country in Africa. So this is what we need to understand. What is happening in Africa today, as when you say the revolution happening in Africa, and the encouragement I could give and the mentality is for them not to listen to Western media, because Western media, what do they say? When I remember when last time when ECOWAS have their meeting in Ghana, Accra, what do? They paid some African youths. They paid us to destroy ourselves, because they paid some youths to go out on the street and shout and say, we need democracy, we need democracy. But those youths have been paid. It's not they're willing to do it, but they pay them to just go out on the street and say, we need democracy, so that they could send that to the West. So that the West will see that, oh, even Africans need this democracy. What they could show to the world, because nobody was in support of this democracy in Africa. Every African youth is against the democracy in Africa. We said, no, we don't need democracy anymore. So to put stop to these coups, this revolution coups happening in Africa, they have to use some African youths against the other youths that want the liberation. So that's what they did in Ghana. So that's why the youth of Africa should put this in their mentality, that democracy is against our freedom. Democracy is against our everything that could help us, or our every development part. Democracy in Africa is against we the Africans. When we realize this, that if you came to the West who is forcing Africans to accept democracy, they don't have democracy. They are forcing us, but they don't have. But why can't they tell us? Why can't they explain to us human right? Since they have human right, but they don't want to tell us human right, because they know the value of human right. They know the importance of human right, but they don't want to tell us that. They are telling us things, to accept things that will destroy us. That is one of the democracy. Democracy is one of the things that will destroy us and finish us. We will always remain in conflict. If you see whatever is happening in Southern Sudan, in Ethiopia, it is all mess of these democracy things. It all come up with this democracy thing. Today they want to mess up Niger, because truly I was so happy when Niger citizens are so quiet and in support of their coup leader. I was so proud of Niger citizens. That they are not helping the West.
Everybody's proud.
Very good, my brother. They are not in support or giving any chance to the West to feel like, oh, we can fit in this country. Because the West have no plan. Today, if you ask the West, why do you want to invade Niger? They have nothing to say, because they can't tell you that we want to defend Niger citizens because they want democracy. Because no Niger citizen is stopping for democracy. So the only thing is to invade Niger by force without no reason. They are invading Niger, or planning to invade Niger for no reason. We have more than 100 troops in American troops in Niger. We have more than 100 France troops in Niger. What are they doing there? Somebody said, stay away from me. We don't need your help. Anymore. Come on.
Your protection,
so
we don't need the protection, nothing.
That's the place Africans should realize that these people cannot go without us, but we can move without them. We can even develop more than this without them, 100%
more than
without them.
You're right.
Because of them. I watched the ideology man, one ideology man of the European Parliament. When they have a parliament meeting, the ideology man says they have to make sure that Africa stay wherever it is, because if Africa grow, they will fall down. So the West European Parliament is starting about this, that if the Africa grow, they will fall down. So our growing or our development is their falling down, is their mess up. When Africa is poor and remain in war, they will grow and they will develop. So we have to change this table. We have to turn the table around, my brother.